Hello, Muscatine, and welcome to Muscatine In Focus. Today we have three segments. The first segment is going to be Our City by Ryan Streck from MPW, and then we have Council Connection by Jeff Osborne, and then also City Talk with Brian Kuddes. And please enjoy this episode, and look forward to all the great information.
Hi, I'm Ryan Streck, Director of Utility Service Delivery at MPW. My wife Jennifer and I moved back to Muscatine in 2019, and we're thrilled to have just a couple-minute commute to work and be back on MPW services and supporting the community. Today I'm in the water lab at MPW to talk about our upcoming construction plans and how it will impact you this summer. Many of MPW's construction projects are coordinated with the city to reduce inconvenience and cost to residents. If the city has plans to replace a street, MPW takes advantage of the street being open, and we evaluate the condition of the water lines. Our water department team assesses the need to replace existing water main using the following criteria: how many breaks per 100 feet, age of the water main, how difficult is the water main to replace, and available water flow. This is especially important for fire protection. The size of the water main is also evaluated against how many houses and businesses are served, as that changes. If warranted, a larger water main will be installed. While the street is opened up, water crews will also replace lead or galvanized pipes into homes, as well as valves and hydrants on the main line to ensure reliable operation. Our GIS team takes this opportunity to map water distribution infrastructure to create interactive maps embedded with data, including photos and piping layouts. These interactive maps show field crews exactly where valves are located, cutting down on repair time to restore services faster to our customers. This ongoing evaluation of water infrastructure is an example of MPW's continuing investment in reliability. So where will MPW construction work be this summer? Right now we are planning on the 900 block of Mulberry, Marquette and Plover Streets, Fair Acres Drive, Sheridan Street, and Lincoln Boulevard and Washington Street intersections. These locations are in addition to the city's West Hill sewer separation and Grandview projects. Please be patient and cautious when driving near a construction zone. Our team members are working to ensure Muscatine is supplied with ample, clean, and good-tasting water. Although our work may be an inconvenience when trying to get across town, keep in mind MPW and all the construction crews in the area are working on your behalf to make Muscatine better. Thank you, Mayor Bark, for having me today.
Hi, my name is Jeff Osborne. I'm Muscatine's 2nd Ward representative for City Council. I work full-time at Loiza Generation Station, 11 miles south of Muscatine, Iowa. I am the site engineer. My wife of 30 years, Melissa, and daughter Hannah own Creations by Oz and Hannah's Awesome Treats in downtown Muscatine. They also own and operate St. Mary's Bed and Breakfast at our downtown location, and from our home, the former St. Mary's Church Rectory across from Mike's Hilltop Tap. Hannah is a senior at Muscatine High School. She is currently taking classes at Muscatine Community College and plans to transfer to Iowa State University in the Veterinary Medicine College. Melissa graduated from the University of Northern Iowa. I graduated from Iowa State University and went to grad school at the University of Minnesota. Melissa and I are originally from Waterloo, Cedar Falls area. This is our 8th year living in Muscatine. We moved here because we love life on the river, and we feel Muscatine has much to offer small businesses and the families who own them. 2nd Ward includes our historic downtown district and historic West Hill neighborhoods. 2nd Ward extends north to Fulham and east, bouncing back mostly between Cedar and Mulberry. To the west is Hauser, Lucas, and Main Streets. We had hoped when choosing to move here that Muscatine would become a premier attraction for jobs and recreations in our region. Muscatine's ball fields, soccer complex, and bowling alley host nearly 100,000 visitors each year through weekly tournaments. Estimates say that 7,000 people work in Muscatine but still choose not to live in our city. We are closing in on over $72 million investment in public and privates to improve livability and entertainment options in the heart of our city. The plan is to entice more of those who work here to live here, and those who visit to stay. Access from downtown to our beautiful Riverside Park was like playing Frogger. Next to Galaga, it was my favorite video game, but not a way to live. Mississippi Drive, 2nd Street were crumbling. The Merrill Hotel was a parking lot. Not many downtown storefronts had anything in them. Today, the Merrill and over 10 Airbnbs are listed in the city of Muscatine. Many of our existing wholesale chains have chosen to reinvest, update, and remodel their presence in the city of Muscatine. Our efforts have had a ripple effect outside of our city to nearby smaller towns with up to 10 more additional Airbnb options for visitors. Our work is just beginning. Our long-term sustainable growth depends on more families choosing to live in Muscatine. Muscatine has 150 new controlled income senior housing units currently being built, but only 20 new market rate housing rentals have been completed so far. This Thursday, we'll hear a plan to bring an additional $20 million investment to the former McKee Button Factory. 60 immediate jobs initially will be located there, with an additional 60 more to grow. Where will they choose to live? Based on current trends, they won't choose to live in Muscatine because there isn't market rate available housing. You will hear more about a merge proposal. It's a $52 million investment proposed at Carver Corner, right next to the McKee Button Factory, that will provide new commercial business opportunities, more jobs, and up to 300 market rate apartments. My hope is that council will make this a centerpiece for the investments already made and in the downtown area, and the new investment currently happening along Grandview and in the South End. What is the city going to do for you, your home, if you live in the city? How can you start a small business? I'm glad you asked. The city has a number of resources, real dollars, not just advice or encouragement. We have the small business forgivable loan to start your business or help you grow. We have housing and commercial property tax abatements to help you improve existing homes and businesses. We have urban revitalization plans and funding to help in many ways. It's not going to be easy. It will require work, but the city is here to help you. Muscatine has much to offer small business owners and their families. Information is available at the chamber and at the city webpage. I want to thank Mayor Bart for inviting me here today to speak to you. Most of all, I want to thank you for allowing me to serve. You can follow more of what I have to say on Facebook at the Muscatine Community News Facebook page. And remember, Mayor Bart says, be your best. Thank you.
Today's City Talk is with Brian Kuddes. He's from the city of Muscatine, works at the golf course. And Brian, I'm going to just ask you some questions if you could share so people can get to know you here in Muscatine.
Definitely.
So first of all, who are you, where are you from, and what are your hobbies?
Yeah, so thank you for having me on today. Name's Brian Kuddes. I'm the head golf professional out at Muscatine Municipal Golf Course. Started there late September of last year. So getting ready to start my first full season. Got to see the end of the season last year. So got to meet quite a few people. Looking forward to meeting a lot more of the people out there. Grew up down by St. Louis on the Illinois side. So definitely a Cardinals fan and a Blues fan. Also married into an Iowa family. And so I've become an Iowa fan as well. Hobbies include spending time with my family and our dog, taking her out, letting her run, and just enjoy the outdoors when we can. And then also my wife and I have become what we consider master grillers on the smoker and on the Blackstone and on the regular grill. And so most of my time at home is spent experimenting with different meats and different rubs.
Sure. Well, a couple questions. What kind of dog do you have, and what type of meat do you like to smoke?
Yeah, so we got a rescue dog during the middle of COVID. My wife's a teacher. She needed some companionship at home when she was teaching virtually. So we got she's about a 95-pound, part boxer, part pit, part mini cow is what we always like to say. And then meats, pulled pork is probably my specialty.
Nice.
And ribs, but also like to experiment with all kinds and see what we can do.
Yum. Perfect. Thank you. Next question is talk about what you do at the golf course. What does your job entail?
Yeah, so my job entails kind of running the day-to-day operations at the clubhouse, making sure people are getting checked in, making sure that the golf shop, the concession stand are all stocked properly for the citizens, but then also just making sure everyone's out there having a great time.
Very good. And I understand you have some position openings as well. Could you talk about the position openings, how many of them, and maybe describe what each position does at the golf course?
Yeah, definitely. So we have 4 positions currently open. We have a clubhouse supervisor position, and they're the ones that are running the golf shop, checking golfers in, taking daily fees, making sure that the first tee is flowing the way we want it to, make sure pace of play is up. They're also there to assist with the concession area if that gets overflowed or overflooded with people. And then we also have a concession stand cashier position, which food and beverage position, where they oversee making sure that all the golfers have their food and beverage needs set before, after, and during their rounds. And then we have an outside service position, and their job is mostly keeping the cart fleet clean, organized, and stocked, and then also dealing with the driving range throughout the day. And then lastly, we have a beverage cart position. We run a beverage cart during busy times, and they'll be just driving around the golf course, fully loaded cart with beer, soda, food, water, Powerade, everything that they need to make sure that they stay hydrated out on the golf course.
I used to be that guy working at a golf course where you're in the golf cart and you're driving around picking up the range balls.
Oh, yeah.
That's a scary position right there, but everybody's trying to hit you.
Yeah.
I promise they are.
They say they're not, but they really are.
Oh, they really
yeah,
are.
They
Absolutely.
want to make sure.
When are these positions going to start, if I may ask?
So our positions are going to start probably late next week. We're going to do some training shifts before the course opens. We don't have a date set for that course opening, but we'd like to get people brought in, hired, and trained before we get into the bulk of the season.
So if there's people interested, and there will be, where do they go to get an application?
Yeah, so they can go down to City Hall in the HR department. Applications can be filled out in there, or they can be found on muscatineiowa.gov under the employment section, and they can either print it off and fill it out and email it back in, or they can drop it off to City Hall. And then also we have our job fair coming up on Saturday, the 12th, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 12 p.m. And all of the department heads throughout the Park and Recs division will be out there to ask any question or to answer any questions that people may have. And we do have quite a few positions that are open, and so anyone looking for a job, we'd love to have you stop out, and we can get you pointed into the direction of a job that would be suited for you.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, as you can see, many jobs available right now. So last question, what are some of the different services you have at the golf course?
Yeah, so clearly we do offer golf. We have golf carts as well. But we also do have foot golf out there. So we have an 18-hole foot golf course.
Can you explain like what that is? Because it's pretty fascinating.
Yeah. So play it with a soccer ball. There's 18 holes spread out throughout the front 9 of the golf course. So the holes are shorter. The cups are much larger. And it's just a different way to get the family out there. Something different, something unique that not a lot of golf courses are offering. Then also we have a full-service driving range, full-service concession stand area with burgers, brats, hot dogs, beer, soda, water.
What are the chances that the foot golf hole could be shifted to the actual green for us golfers that are not so good?
We've thought about it. We are looking. There's tournaments out there with 8-inch cups. That's always an option.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was joking, but yeah,
So,
that's great.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of them. Mostly charity events do them, but I've heard a couple people that have actually talked about maybe doing it for their charity events.
Makes you
so.
feel good, right?
Yeah, makes it a little easier.
Really good.
So,
anything else you'd like to share to your audience?
yeah, no, I'm just I'm excited for the 2022 season. Once Mother Nature kind of gets her act together and allows us to get out there, I think we've got another great year planned. We've got some events on the schedule that people are going to enjoy. And then also, I think just getting out, we had a long winter, get out there, enjoy that fresh air, get some exercise, and keep playing golf.
That's great. That's great. And I know next week's going to be absolutely beautiful out there. You're going to have like the 50s and 60s. So hopefully that's going to make way to sometime in the near future to start playing golf. It's just nice to get out, socialize, get some fresh air and everything. So, Brian, thank you so much. Welcome to Muscatine, and look forward to actually seeing you out there golfing. I'm not really good at golfing, but, just to get out there. So thanks again for being on the show. I appreciate that so much. And Muscatine, thank you so much for watching. And remember, be your best, and we'll see you next time.